Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in beautiful Palm Springs, California. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, and I'm so glad you could join me this morning for our daily spiritual practice. I'd like to just take a minute and thank Reverend Robert in advance. Next week, the Center for Spiritual Living is having our conference here. So we have ministers and practitioners coming from all over the country to be right here in Indian Wells, California. So Reverend Robert is going to be covering my Wednesday and Friday daily spiritual practices for me. And I just like to thank him in advance. Well, this morning I have a word for the week for you. And our word this week is talent. And the meaning of the word talent is a natural aptitude or skill. Our reading from this morning is from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, and it begins with a quote. It is the world that is enlightened, and we who are intermittent. Like radios, we struggle through our static to receive wavelengths that are always there. And being human, we are unable to sustain the clarity necessary to apprehend the magic inherent in everything and every moment. So we vacillate from the extraordinary to the ordinary, time and time again. And most of us blame the world. It's not surprising then that though we feel intermittently gifted, our gifts are ever present. For if enlightenment stems from a clarity of being, then talent is no more than a clarity of doing, an embodiment moment where spirit and hand are one. The chief obstacle to talent, then, is a lapse in being. It's not that people have no talent, but that we lack the clarity to uncover what it is and how it works. Talent, it seems, is energy waiting to be released through an honest involvement of life. But so many of us check whether we have our power on or not. Most of us have our power switched off. Sorry, I'm going to take a drink. And the power switch being risk, curiosity, passion, and love. With this in mind, happiness can simply be described as the satisfaction we feel when we are in ultimate accord. However briefly, being and doing. In those unified moments, our purpose is life, and our talent is living. It is in the most intimate and immediate details. Being it drying the dishes, or raking the leaves, or washing the baby's hair. So when I can't find my purpose, I beg myself to sit in a field. Just sit in the sun, watching the ants, and hope that I will meet my clarity. When I'm convinced that I have no gifts at all, I implore myself to search for the switch, to try something out of my normal view, to gamble on what is remotely calling me. When I lapse between comets, I try to watch the fish swim and hear the birds glide, while I don't try at all. For then it will surely return as swiftly as the light fills a hole. So this morning, I invite you to just sink into whatever's beneath you. Gently close your eyes. Just take a deep breath in and just let go of everything that it took to get here this morning. Just let it all go. Just be right here, right now with me. As we step into the sacred place of meditation, where we prepare our minds for the best that life has to offer, where we connect once again to our clarity, our talents, our gifts. And from this place of being, we give ourselves an opportunity to accept everything that's going on in our lives right now, in our bodies, in our minds, in our emotions. All the circumstances presenting in our lives right now. And from this place of acceptance, just give yourself permission to let them all go. Just be right here, right now with me. Totally supported, surrounded in love, deeply connected. Knowing that all is well and so are you. Just release and let go. Relax into the emptiness, knowing that life is revealing and unfolding in divine perfection. Just sit in the silence and allow your talents to speak to you. Knowing that right here, where you are, God is. Right here where I am, God is. Right here where I am, God is. For I am one with God. Right here where I am, God is. For I am one with God, expressing my natural talents. And so, as our journey comes to a close, we send great thanks to the universe for the opportunity to come together and to share a daily spiritual practice. I thank you all for being a light in the world. I thank you all for being one with God and expressing your natural talents. I'm so grateful for each of you. I know that all is well, and so are we. I say thank you for joining me this morning, and I remind you that next week I'll be at our conference, and Reverend Robert will be covering for me. Thank you, Reverend Robert, again in advance. I send you all much love and many blessings, and I'll see you in a week. Thank you. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay here at the Center for Spiritual Living in beautiful Palm Springs, California.